to the entertainer talking sports.
What is going on, football fans? Back at it with another New York Giants video. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the matchup between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles week 14. And of course, the big storyline for New York Giants fans is that man. Eli Manning will be returning under center for what could be his last game as a starter. We do not know. Daniel Jones could be back the following week. He may not come back at all. My guess is they probably leave Jones out for the remainder of the season and they don't rush him back on that high ankle sprain. Now, I've seen some conspiracies of people saying, did they do this just to give Eli a farewell tour? Did Shermer do this to try to save his job? Maybe Shermer thinks that Eli Manning gives him a better chance to win and he convinced ownership. I don't know. I don't think that happened. I think Daniel Jones is legitimately hurt. I think he has a high ankle sprain, and I think Eli Manning is the backup. And when the starter goes down, the backup plays. Now, the Eagles this year have been incredibly disappointing. I mean, I said it in a video last week. Everybody said playoffs, Super Bowl. This team's unbelievable. Howie Roseman is an evil genius. He backloads everything. This team can't lose. Carson Wentz is back. Sign him to an extension. Back up the truck, best offensive line, best wide receivers. They are 5-7 coming off a game against the Miami Dolphins in which they gave up 37 points. And even before Eli Manning was playing in this game, I was amped up for it. And I know we have the race for chase people. And once again, as I always say, I'm not a guy that's going to judge people on how they root for their team. Everybody wants what's best for the team. People just have, different opinions on what's what. I cannot root for the Giants to lose, especially in a game like this. You're playing your biggest rival, in my opinion. Some people may argue the Cowboys. I personally have more hate for the Eagles than the Cowboys. It's close, but the Eagles, due to their recent success and the way they've pounded on us for the last, 15 years, I hate them a little bit more, especially in recent years. Giants, and it's so annoying because almost every time we play the Eagles, outside of the first time we played them last year, we have a great chance to win the game and should win the game. And then we find a way to lose it. Or you could argue the Eagles find a way to win it. But I want to beat this team. That I even said at the beginning of the year, if the Giants were going to win 2 games all year, let it be against the Philadelphia Eagles. And I recognize the importance of getting a high draft pick. I really do. But you cannot ask these professionals to go out there and lose games. They're just not going to do it, which is why Eli Manning will be starting this game, and it's why these guys are going to try their hardest, and they have been. We're just not a very good football team who has sustained some injuries and things of that nature, and we're playing a rookie quarterback. But Eli Manning is back, and we're going to see what he's got. I think the Giants are still going to have the same problems they've had when Eli Manning was the quarterback, when Daniel Jones was the quarterback. As I've said, people have blamed Eli Manning for years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. You go on Big Blue and Bias page, for example, and I think he's very intelligent. I think he's a smart Giants fan, but he blames Eli Manning for everything. I hope people that blamed Eli Manning for everything have opened their eyes and have seen that Eli Manning was not the problem. Daniel Jones should have 1 win as an NFL starter. And it's not Daniel Jones' fault. Yes, he's a rookie, and I know he's going to get better, but it's not his fault. They can't block. They can't run when Saquon Barkley's back there. Now you can attribute some of that to the coaching. Maybe Pat Shermer's got to do a better job, play calling, whatever it is. And the defense is horrible. Defense can't stop anybody. And that's been the same problem it's been for Eli Manning over the second half of his career. But nevertheless, I'm excited to see Eli Manning under center because you're not going to see it again. This could be the last game. Now, I think we're going to get a 4-game farewell tour. But if he's going to win 1 game, if the New York Giants are going to win 1 game over these last 4, if you're a tank person, if you win 1 game, you're still getting the second pick. If they're going to win 1 game, let it be this one. I'm going to tell you why. The Dallas Cowboys right now have a 1-game lead. If the Dallas Cowboys win tonight, which I'm calling that game, so I hope you guys stop by. But if the Dallas Cowboys were to beat the Chicago Bears tonight and we beat the Philadelphia Eagles, the only chance the Eagles would have at the playoffs at that point would be to win their last 3 and the Cowboys to lose their last 3. You say, how is that possible? Cowboys would only have a 2-game lead. That's true. They would have a 2-game lead, but the Cowboys beat the Eagles the first time they played and are 4-0 in the division. If the Giants were to beat the Eagles, they would hand them their second divisional loss, meaning the only way they'd be able to get in with a loss to the Giants if the Cowboys were to win tonight would be to win their last 3 games and Dallas to lose their last 3. Now, people who hate Dallas are going to be pissed off about that. They're handing Dallas the division. But you know what? We're taking away the division from the Philadelphia Eagles, and that's the way I look at it. One of them's got to win it. And if we could at least play spoiler for one of them, I think Let's go for it. You know, I want to beat the Eagles. I always want to beat the Eagles. We haven't been able to beat this team in forever. And if we could, let's do it. Do I think we're going to win? No. I think the Eagles are a better football team. Maybe the Giants come out there with a little extra spice because Eli's at quarterback. But at the end of the day, the Eagles are at home, and they're a better football team. They're not that good. We're just abysmal. But we definitely have a shot. The Miami Dolphins just beat them. Granted, it was in Miami, but they found a way to beat them. And hopefully the Giants come out there and play well. Saquon Barkley, I thought, looked closer to what he is last week. Now, granted, he was going up against a poor run defense, but Barkley looked like he was running hard. He was hitting his cuts, and I think he's due for a breakout game. Of course, the last year, we remember Saquon Barkley tore up the Philadelphia Eagles. And with Eli Manning under center, maybe he has better pre-snap reads, and maybe Barkley's able to bust a few extra big runs. But here's what I ask for New York Giants fans. And I know over the last 3 or 4 years, Giants fans have been incredibly divided as to who they point the finger at. And as I always say, I think you could point the finger at 50 different things. When the Giants are as bad as they've been, it's not one person, it's not two persons, it's a bunch of things. But here's what I ask you guys. We've been a horrible football team for the last 3 years. Horrible. Absolutely abysmal. We've had nothing to watch and root for. For the last 4 games, if you hate Eli or if you've been one of these people that blame Eli and say he's the primary problem and you want to move on from Eli, you're not going to have to see him anymore. Show the man respect. Get behind your quarterback these last 4 games. That's what I ask. Enjoy this moment because you're never going to see another quarterback like him in a Giants uniform. You're just not. The moments that he gave us in those 2 Super Bowls, the Iron Man, the human being that he was, he won the Walter Payton Award. He was a leader, never pointed the finger at anybody. Get behind your quarterback for these last 4 games. Get behind Eli, get on your horses, and ride with him. Ride with him. Let's go out there and let's play tough for him this Monday night. You know what? Screw a draft pick. I want to win this football game, and then we'll worry about the draft pick after that. Like I said, even if we win this game, we're still in a position to get the number 2 pick, and I don't think we're falling any further than 4th. Our team is bad. We're not going to win our last 4 games. I don't care if you had Joe Montana at quarterback in his prime. This is a horrible football team. Defense can't stop anybody. But we'll see how it all plays out this Monday night. I am incredibly excited to see number 10 one more time and to see if he could show us something. It would be magical, wouldn't it? If Eli Manning, what a way to end it as a New York Giant. If he could basically end the Eagles season in Philadelphia at the Link, you can't ask for much more than that. And we're due to beat them. We'll all see what happens Monday night. As always, if you liked what you watched, please subscribe, drop a comment, maybe give me a little thumbs up. Cheers.